I think that Web3 is going to be incredibly important for the future of AI-enabled systems, AI-enabled governance, and cultures that exist in the world of AI. Because what's pivotal about AI right now is that we're still on this knife edge. We don't exactly know which way this tool is going to go, because it could become the thing that allows humanity to create unparalleled abundance. It could be something that creates massive, massive freedom for humanity, allows us to focus on the higher order functions of our being, to transcend some elements of the limit itself, and really become a new species that's really grounded in love and abundance and growth and life. Or AI could be a tool for extreme control. It could be a tool for totalitarianism. It could be a tool where governments use it to control every single aspect of not only our physical lives, but our psychological existence, our minds, every single aspect that you can conceive of outside of the spiritual realm, which governments aren't necessarily, at least on the surface level, thinking about. They're going to try to control it with these tools and this technology. And they're going to do it out of a lens of, this is our duty to protect humanity. Because it's coming from a place of fear, it's going to produce more of where it came from. And that's not a future that I really want to envision, but it's a possibility. So to avoid a world like this, we're going to have, like the Constitution of the US did for us over the past 250 years, we're going to have these tools and safeguards that protect human freedoms, right? In a world of insanely powerful artificial intelligence technologies, and eventually quantum computers and other things that just throw a lot more fuel on the fire. And blockchain technology is one of those safeguards that could allow us to protect our freedoms at scale, because we can create governance mechanisms, we can create money, we can create instruments of value outside of traditional governance structures, whether that be the US government, other governments, world organizations. And those technologies are going to be really important for hedging against and protecting against, flawed humans in positions of leadership that try to enact level of totalitarian control that is now going to be possible. And blockchain technology is also going to create the potential for information layers, where we can protect ourselves as we all become AIs, or AI becomes an extension of us. Because think about, if my model, right, if I create Digital Will, and Digital Will goes to meetings, he's doing deals for me, he's hopping on podcasts, I'm licensing my model out to do different things. If I have no control over that, if I don't control, in the blockchain space, you control your keys, you control your crypto. If I control my keys, my private key for my AI model, and I can choose to burn the key that accesses that model whenever I want. So if I die, I could say, the keys are going to auto-destruct, and that's that. My AI ceases to exist. That's something that's going to become a real issue in the near future. And using blockchain technology to provision access to personal AI models, to give us truly decentralized control of access and identity, to manage our own digital identities and the things that are attached to us, to have digital property, to have spatial property in the spatial web, that's only going to be possible with blockchain technology. That's only going to be possible in a somewhat decentralized system, unless we're going to just give complete and total control over to one centralized party like the US government. The founders of this country even knew wasn't a good idea, which is why they baked all these things into our constitution to prevent that extreme level of control, to protect the rights of the citizens. And if you look at what the government is trying to do right now with Bitcoin, and discrediting and controlling all of the on and off ramps to Bitcoin, just a financial application of blockchain, among many others, but just a financial, taking that for a second, the government is trying to control every on and off ramp to Bitcoin so that it can't displace the US dollar as a store of value, because they want to control that, because it gives them control over the world, really, in some sense. They're going to probably do this with every other application of this technology that becomes a threat to their power and control structures. And so right now it's going to be very important for builders and thinkers and leaders, and hopefully if people like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. get into office, we'll have leaders in our country who represent these values and represent what this country originally stood for. But it's going to be very important for builders who are still in the Web3 space and still building with the technology, even though the cultural hype isn't quite as high as it was. It probably will be again, but it's important right now because there's real builders in this space that are trying to solve some of these problems, like proof of humanity, decentralized identity, decentralized finance, things that will allow us to protect ourselves if any government chooses to go the extreme totalitarian route with AI. At least we have infrastructure, at least we have tools to preserve human freedom, so that, as we shift from good to bad leadership and back, our freedom will still be protected for a time when we can continue to build, with our leaders. And hopefully that time is soon.